Good morning, boys and girls. I'm so excited to do a letter review with you today. Sí, vamos a repasar las letras que hemos aprendido durante el curso de todo el año escolar. So we're going to review all of the letters we've learned. So let's start with the letter A. Recuerden ustedes que la letra A tiene tres sonidos diferentes. Let's remember that the letter A has three different sounds. We're going to start with the first sound. Remember this animal? His name is Aging Ape. A says A, A, A. Remember my song. Here I go. A says A. A says A. Every letter makes a sound and A says A. So when you think of Aging Ape, I want you to remember the short straight line over the top of the letter, and that's how you remember this letter says A. Cuando estamos pensando en esta letra, vamos a recordar que tiene la línea muy corta arriba y esto me dice que esta es la letra que tiene el sonido A. All right. And next we learned about this animal. Say her name if you remember who she is. That's right. Her name is Abby Antelope. So Abby Antelope. Ah, ah, ah. So when I see the half circle over the top of the letter, it's the A that says ah, ah, ah. Let's remember Abby Antelope. So this is the letter A that says ah, like apple. Let's go to the next one. And Miss Rebecca, it's okay if you watch me. It's okay, you really can. So this is the third letter A. This is the A that has the point over the top. It's like a little dot. And when I see this letter A, I think of the animal. Let me send it closer to you. Boys and girls, who is this animal? This animal is Arby Armadillo, and he says, ah, ah. So far we have A, ah, and now we have ah, like Arby Armadillo. When I see Arby Armadillo, I think of things like arm. Arm has this sound. I think of the musical instrument we talked about in class called the harp. So this is the A that says ah. It's the same sound I hear when I say the word car, harp, or arm. Just to remind you, boys and girls. Now, the rest of the letters are not in order, but you have learned these letters since the first day of school, okay? So the next letter I want to put before you is the letter P. Now, vamos a recordar que cada letra tiene su propio nombre y también tiene su propio sonido. So cada letra tiene su nombre y tiene su propio sonido también. So every letter has its own name and it has its own sound. This is Petey Peacock. Peacock says p, p, p. Peacock says p, p, p. See how I make the sound with my lips? You can do the same thing at home right now. Let's go to our next letter. Let's review Gary the goldfish. G, G, G. So G says G. G says G. Every letter makes a sound and G says G, like Gary Goldfish. Now, the letter G has two different sounds. La letra G, the letter G, tiene dos sonidos diferentes. En este caso, este sonido que tiene como parte de un círculo en la parte más arriba me dice que su sonido es G, G, Gary Goldfish. Let me find the letter G that makes the next sound. I want to do that one next. So give me just a minute. I'm looking for it. I've got all of your letters here. There he is. This is George the gerbil, and this is the letter G that tells me the next sound. So cuando yo veo esta marca, yo voy a decir marca, este signo, más arriba en la letra G, when I see this symbol over the letter G, I think of the J sound, like George, gerbil. So the letter G has two different sounds. I have G, like Gary Goldfish, and J, like George, gerbil. So it's good to review the two sounds of the letter G. Es bueno para repasar los dos sonidos diferentes de la letra G, the letter G. Recuerdan que esta letra tiene su nombre y también su sonido. So this is the letter G, it says G. And this is the letter G, but it says J. So we have to remember that, don't we, boys and girls? Tenemos que recordar estas cositas importantes. Who is this animal? You all remember him. His name is Tiny Tiger. T says t, t, t. This is so easy, right? T says t. T says t. Every letter makes a sound, and T says t. Very easy. I know you remember Tiny Tiger. As soon as I show you this animal, you will remember his name. Let me make him come closer to the screen. Yes, that's right. This is Ricky Rabbit. R says R says Every letter makes a sound, and R says So this is the letter R. It says like rain, like rabbit, like Miss Bridget's trying to think of another word, and Miss Bridget can't think of another word that starts with the letter R. But rain and rabbit is good, right? Rain and rabbit. I think you should look around the room where you are. Room, the room where you are right now. And you should try to find all the things that begin with this sound. Ricky Rabbit. Very good, boys and girls. Todos van a recordar este animal tan importante. Vamos a verlo un poco más cerca. Milton Mule. You know what? Let's sing. Vamos a cantar. Let's sing the Milton the Mule song. Here we go. A one, a two, a you know what to do. Milton the Mule made me surprise. A cute mini mule doll, just the right size. So Milton the Mule says, and we're going to remember that because we remember the Milton the Mule song. M says, M says, Every letter makes a sound, and M says, I'm getting ready for the next letter, and I want to remind you, boys and girls, of the letter E. The letter E has two different sounds. We have this letter E like Ellie, elephant. Elephant reads Ellie, elephant. And then we have this letter E, emo, emu. This is the letter E that says E. When I look at Ellie the elephant, I think of words like bed. Do you hear the S sound in bed? And dress. Do you hear the in dress? But when I think of emo, emu, E, I hear the E sound. Now Miss Bridget's going to try to think of a word that has the E sound. Feet. There it is. Feet. Feet has the emu sound. Miss Bridget's going to try to think of another one. Maybe Miss Rebecca can help me. Mr. Scott's in here too. Say hi, Mr. Scott.
Hi, guys.
Mr. Scott can think of a word that has the E sound for sure, right, Mr. Scott? Feet.
Beets.
Beet. Beet. The beet is a vegetable. El beet es una verdura. Entonces, esta palabra también, beet, tiene sonido de emo, emu, y Beat. Very good, very good. Muy bien, boys and girls. We're going to remember next this animal, Sandy the sunfish. Sunfish says, s, s, s. Can you make that sound with me at home? That's right. Sandy the sunfish says, s, s, s. Very good. I won't make you sing the sunfish song, but maybe we'll sing the song that goes with the next letter. So this letter, the letter S, remember every letter has its own sound, S, and every letter has its own name, S. Okay, very good. Let's take a look at this one. This is D, D, Davy Duck. D says D. D says D. Every letter makes a sound and D says D. Let's think of some words that start with the D sound, like D, D, dark, like D, D, dress. These are words that have the D sound. Next, we're going to take a look, and we're almost done, but we're going to take a look at the letter I and the two sounds the letter I makes. First, we have inchy, inchworm. This letter I says I, like inchy, inchworm. Examples are ship. Can you hear the I sound when I say ship? Now I'm thinking of your paces. When I say chick, which is a baby chicken, chick, chick, I hear the I sound. Now, ilex, ibex, I. This is the sound that says I. Miss Bridget's trying to think of a word that says I. Miss Bridget can't think of one right now. Yo no puedo pensar en uno en este momento, pero hay palabras que tienen sonido de I, como. I was just looking at the pace, and now Miss Bridget cannot remember. I, like pie. Thank you, Miss Rebecca. Like pie and fire and tie. All of these words have the I sound. Thank you, Miss Rebecca. Miss Rebecca is here helping me. She's holding up cards for me. Next is Bucky Buffalo. This is the letter B. B says B. B says B. Every letter makes a sound, and B says B. Now let's go to Nikki the nightingale. Nightingale says N, N, N. Nightingale says N, N, N. Very, very good. This is the letter F. F says F. F says F. Every letter makes a sound, and F says F. His name is Felix. Felix the fox, and he represents the letter F. Very good, boys and girls. Every letter we looked at today, todas las letras que vimos hoy en este repaso, son letras de que hablamos durante la clase de Learning to Read. Entonces, es un repaso. Ustedes ya han aprendido estas letras y sus sonidos diferentes. So we've all learned these letters during our first grade Learning to Read program, but this is a good review, and you can come back to this review anytime. I'm getting ready to make another video for you of the things that you need to do for today in your word building pace. Have a wonderful day. We miss you at UCA.